Right guys, welcome back. So basically today I'm replacing this fan on this Vaillant 4 Series or BG330. The reason being is that there was no power. There was power getting there, but the fan wasn't spinning. So obviously the fan, what I'm doing there is basically I've just plugged it in and then just give the boiler a demand just to double check that it is right and that my diagnosis was right. So next thing we need to do is we need to isolate the gas and we need to get the fan and the gas valve out as one, and that includes taking out the G10 seal, which I replace as well. So next up is the electrodes. We get them out, and the easiest way of doing that is by undoing the screws. The reason being is sometimes if you take the plug off the back of the electrode, it won't come. It will snap off or it will break because they've been there a long time. So next up we need to separate the fan and the gas valve together. So literally there's 3 screws, and this is the first time again that I've ever done this, so I need to take the gas valve off. So there's 3 screws on there for the gas valve, and again what I normally do is I line them up next to each other so then I can't mess it up. I literally go from one to another. There we go. That's the old one off, line it up, put it on the new one, and then get the screws back in, and then that's done. Next up, need to take the fan away from the burner, and the reason being is obviously I'm replacing it. So I've done half of it by putting the gas valve on. I think there's 2 screws on this bit. Bit hard to separate because they've been there a long time, but managed to bash it off, and it came off nicely. So next up, what I've done is I've put the gas valve and the fan back in first, because I just found that a lot easier. It was very fiddly otherwise. So I put them in first, then put the burner back on the front, and then was able to screw it in nice and easy back onto the fan. That was the easiest way I found. Bearing in mind this is my first time ever doing this again. So now we need to put new nuts on and then tighten them up, and that's just my little tool that I've got, which it takes it up to 6 Newton meters. So at least then I know that they're all what Vaillant require for their G10 seals.